Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, we are from group 3. We would like to present our result of discussion regarding bringing innovation with effective ELE project management. Next. Group 3 consists of Andriani, ELGA, INSAN, Safira, and APRILIA. Next. Task 1. The instruction is choose 4 of them that interest you the most, list the 4 innovations, and describe briefly why you are interested in them. How much do you know about each of these innovation? And do you think that you need to know more about each of them? Elaborate your answer. Next. From all of these innovation, we choose 4 points. The first one is digital platforms, communicating with people online, students steering their own learning, and lastly, teaching soft skill and critical thinking skills. Next. The first one, we would like to talk about digital platform. This first innovation is a part of technology. Technology can undoubtedly be beneficial to the students as it can increase student engagement and help them to stay organized. We can take the benefit from this digital platform. This situation can help the teacher and students to conduct the meetings, collect the assignment in the good order, making a collaboration task, or writing such as in the Google document, and etc. With many innovation from the new platforms, we have to make it a priority to look into accessibility and overall efficiency in order to even consider using it in a classroom. Next. The second point of innovation is students steering their own learning. Students direct their own learning is the interest topic to discuss recently. This innovation makes students more responsible for their learning, understanding, and make them to freely explore the material or the things that they like, and it's sometimes called autonomous learning. Teacher as a facilitator and they giving the students a guidance means that in every exploration that the students do, the teacher could give them an insight or feedback about their question and leading them to the solution that they should resolve rather than just giving them an answers. The aims of this to nurturing students' natural curiosity, and it also remind us with the theory of Vygotsky about constructivism. The students learning, engaging, and involved more in their learning by doing and experiencing rather than by observing. The next point of innovation will be explained by INSAN. INSAN, time is yours.
The fourth innovation that we're interested in is communicating with people online. In this article, the author stated that students have been able to meet and interact. It also could provide any encouragement to students who would otherwise not have opportunity to engage with anyone in English in monolingual schools. As the technology is getting more advanced, ways to communicate with people online could be more varied. That is why we need to get updated about this innovation so we could use it more effectively. Next, please. This innovation, the last innovation that we're interested in is teaching soft skills and critical thinking skills. This innovation helps us with soft skills such as problem solving, presentation skills, time management, and decision making. Soft skill can be an excellent way for students to practice social skills, and the smaller groups can often help quiet or introverted students discover their voice. And then critical thinking skill is crucial in education. Learning involves the implementation of strong cognitive abilities. However, we need to know more about this innovation to help us develop our critical thinking skill so it could support us not just in our English learning, but in the learning of other subjects and life skills. The next task will be explained by Safira and Elga.
Okay, the next topic is task 2. In this task, we will discuss about the article that was published in 2018 by the same author of the previous article. The question is, which innovation discussed in the first article do you think has affected each of 2018 trends or innovation? Next. For blended learning, this trend was affected by communicating with people online trend in 2016. For mobile learning, This trend was affected by the mobile learning and BYOD, bring your own device trend, where students use mobile technology and the smartphones to use the internet and a wide range of application anywhere. For the gamification and embodied learning, these trends was not affected by the trends innovation in 2016. The next is inquiry-based learning. This trend was affected by the teaching soft skills and critical thinking skills trend, in which students study English to improve communication in the fields of business, trade, education, and tourism, as well as soft skills such as problem solving, presentation skills, time management, and decision making. The next one is English as a lingua franca. This trend was affected by the teaching soft skills and critical thinking skills because in this trend, students are learning English to be able to communicate in different fields globally. For the multiliteracies and translanguaging, supporting learners of specific needs, and creating and sharing content, these trends was also not affected by the trends or innovation in 2016 because these are the new ones, these are the new innovations. And the last one is learning and teaching management platforms or LMS. This trend was affected by the digital platforms that allows teachers to use a variety of digital tools so they can create activities, classes, and courses. Next. The next part will be explained by Elga.
Thank you, Safira. From our discussion, we found that those trends or innovations have been replaced with new ones, such as using the real world so that English teachers can utilize real-world events and familiarizing students with real-world circumstances in which they might use English, as well as authentic content to expose students to the global English used in the world today, and then using English to communicate with the world so that students can use English to express themselves and communicate with the world, and then life skills so that learners not only improve their language abilities, but also gain other life skills as a result of the practice of speaking in English and the tasks they are given to perform. And then the inclusion and well-being that is concerned about how the trends of life skills, utilizing real-world information, and also assisting learners to communicate in English with the rest of the world are affecting learners' ability to communicate in English and focuses on embracing a diverse range of student groups and providing support for their learning and their well-being. Also, mindfulness and social emotional teaching, where teachers are responsible for creating a well-balanced social and emotional environment that facilitates learning and allows students to feel more comfortable in their surroundings. Next. Then we also found 4 current trends in the Indonesian school context with a focus on EFL teaching and learning based on Kemendikbudristek and Direktorat GTK social media pages. The first one is English Core Application, which is a mobile English test from the British Council. The Ministry of Education, Culture, Research, and Technology of the Republic of Indonesia through Ditjen GTK collaborated with the British Council Indonesia Foundation to map the competencies of prospective high school English teachers in Indonesia using the English Core application. And then there are also the use of technology to assist teachers and students in language learning, which is discussed in the 12th Annual International Symposium of Foreign Language Learning, which is an academic discussion for language educators, practitioners, and researchers. Next is the use of TV education content as an innovative learning model in the new normal era. And finally is the development of English in the cloud learning based on Revolution 4.0 and higher order thinking skills created by Widyo Pranoto, who is an English teacher at SMK Negeri 2 Pati. This is a new method to ensure that students get the most out of their education and also provides a lot of resources for students to improve their English speaking skills. Next. Okay, the next slide will be presented by Andriani.
Okay, thank you, Elga. The text break is concluded, and the instructor is, do you think it's important for ELT educators to be informed about current trends and innovation in the ELT field? And yes, we think it is important for ELT educators to be informed about current trends and innovation in ELT field because time is changing and we must always update it, and as well as teachers and educators who must always develop the innovation and and updates for more effective learning activities. Good innovation also provides convenience and supervision for students and teachers. For students, the impact may be that will be felt in ease of learning, assessing learning resources, and being able to increase their creativity. And for teachers or educators, in order to make learning condition more effective and fun for students, and it becomes easier and better in supervising their students. And the next, with the reference to the response tax 1 and 2, what do you think the implication of those innovations to you as prospective EFL teachers? And as an EFL teacher, the innovation mentioned above, of course, can be applied in learning activities with students because there are many new methods or ways that make the learning process more effective. For example, blended learning, which combines the practice of using both online and in-person learning experiences when teaching, and teachers must be prepared to accompany their students in the learning process, especially in this era when the pandemic forces all activities, including lessons, to be carried out with online. And with blended learning, teachers must be prepared and to be ready and continue to accompany their students in the learning process. And in addition, mobile learning is also now widely applied because the teacher is only a facilitator and students must be able to be creativity with the help of existing technology. And as an EFL teachers, we must ensure that students can communicate well in English because English as a tool that students use to express themselves and communicate with the world. And EFL teachers must be creating and sharing the interesting content that this allows teachers and students to be more creative with language by creating their own content and sharing it with others. Okay, that's all for us.